here we are in the basement again, milling the grains, getting ready to do another brew day. I thought I'd show you my, this is an older mill that I've had for a long time. It has a small hopper on it and I just have to keep feeding it in, but it works really well. It's a pretty nice mill, and it's a non-adjustable. It's set to like, I think 20 thousandths or something like this. I use it for all my grain mostly, but unless I have something odd that needs cracked a different way. But this is how I mill my grain. This is the last of the 30 pounds of grain that I milled today, so getting ready to start on my brew day. I got the water all heating up in the brewery, so as soon as this is milled, I'm going to start probably doughing it in. So thought I'd let everybody see my mill that I use. It's nothing fancy, but it works good. Okay, after I got the grains all milled, I'm ready to dough it in. I got one of the buckets setting up here. I have 30 pounds to dough in altogether, so it may take a little bit of time to get it all doughed in, but I'm just going to start by, I'm having to film and dump it in at the same time. So this was a lot of my specialty grain here and a little bit of the 2-row. I got a lot of grain to dough in, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get it all in there. Just got to work at it a little bit at a time. But I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off for now. But there I'm doing it in the mash tun. Now that I have all my 30 pounds of grain all doughed in and mixed up, no clumps or anything in there, I'm doing a single no sparge batch this time. I'm just going to, I put all the water in there and all the grain at the same time, and I'm going to just mash it at a set temperature, and then I'm going to pump it from there into the boil pot. And I'm not going to sparge any hot water to rinse the grain down. It's a little bit wasteful on the grain, but I'm going to try it once to see, maybe shorten my brew day up today. I'm going to try it out this one time. I'm making a pale ale batch, and I'm going to see how it turns out. So I'm going to start recirculating it through my hot liquor tank and then back over to my mash tun and bring the temperature back up. My temperature is only at 130 since I mashed the since I doughed in the grain, so I'm going to have to start recirculating and bring that temperature up. But that's where I'm at. My hot liquor tank is looks like it's at 158, and it's maintaining there. I may have to lower that down just a little bit. I'll just watch the temperature of it, but I'm going to start working on bringing that temperature up now. Well, I'm getting some of my ingredients out. I have Cascade hops, 8 ounces there, and then I got another 4 ounces in here that I've used, and then I got some couple ounces of Chinook. I'm going to do a different type of hops, them two right there, and then I'm going to continuously hop it a little bit along as I go along. So hopefully it turns out to be, I like a lot of hops in my beer, so, but I'm still waiting for the temperature to come up in my mash. We're at 148. I'm trying to get to 154, 153, and then I'm going to set the timer over there. But just got to wait it out a little while. It's coming up, but it's coming up a little slow. But other than that, it's working pretty good. But got it circulating The pot's pretty much all the way full to the top. Hopefully it don't expand too much. But it's got a good circulating going in there in the middle. You can see down there, you can see where I got a T-bar in there that's circulating it around. But it's looking good and smelling good already, so. But we got the water up in there is 157. We're at 148, 149 in the mash tun, and then the boil pot sitting at static, not moving. I actually have it unplugged because I don't want to accidentally flip. If I accidentally flip the alarm switch, I could turn it on, so I just leave it unplugged until I get ready to use it. But I do have a disconnect switch that only runs either the hot liquor tank or the boil pot or in the off position. But there's where the switch is at, and then this is the main power switch that turns it on and off. And then here is the power meter. Tells the wattage, the volts, and the amps. And nothing's really going on right now. So this is the PID for the hot liquor tank, the PID for the mash tun, the PID for the boil pot. And then each one of them has an alarm on off, which if I have an alarm set on it and I turn it on, like this is the timer, and if I turn the timer alarm on, it's setting on 0, it's ran out of time, and I get a alarm going off. And I can also set any of these PIDs with an alarm on it, either high or a low or both. And then down here I have my wort pump switches, wort pump 1 and wort pump 2. I just haven't invested in a wort pump, another pump for the number 2 yet, but I'm going to. This element light right here tells me if the element's on or off of each one of the PIDs, and when it comes on, it blinks on and off. Of course, the mash tun has no heating element in there, so it's basically just taking a temperature reading. And there's the boil pot element on light and all the alarms, but that's pretty much the control panel. Well, came back down to check on it again to see where it's at. Still recirculating, trying to bring the mash tun temperature up. We are at 151. We're getting up about to where I wanted at, and I'm going to reset the timer in a few minutes. I brought one of my pale ales I had made a few months ago down, and I'm going to do a little sampling while I'm brewing, while I'm waiting anyway. We'll see how that turns out. Hello, I'm Taos from the electrichomebrewery.com. Down in my basement doing a little home brew, and I thought I would sample a pale ale that I made a few months ago. Got a little bit of carbonation to it. We'll see what happens here. That's cleared up really nice. Got plenty of carbonation. See the carbonation, and it looks pretty nice and clear. Looks like I foamed it a little bit when I poured it in there, but yeah, I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Got plenty of Cascade hops in there. That's one of my favorites for a pale ale, but it tastes good to me. I mean, I have never had to dump any of my beer out yet, so I hate to waste any of it.